From DC's extended universe heading into a bold new direction, to finding someone new to fill Henry Cavill's shoes as the Man of Steel, here's how the DCU's future depends on James Gunn. A new dawn of superhero films is upon us, and just like the citizens of Metropolis putting their faith in Superman to save the city, superhero fans are putting their faith in someone to save the comic book universe they know and love. Things within the cinematic superhero universe haven't been without challenges, and while they say all good things must come to an end, good isn't exactly the kind of word that many fans would use to describe everything DC Studios has produced in recent years. Yes, Justice League, we're looking at you. It's been 10 years since Man of Steel hit our screens back in 2013, and a lot's changed in the DCU since then. We've watched remakes, director's cuts, and we've seen our favorite characters come and go. Now, the Man of Steel's in for a hefty overhaul. In 2022, James Gunn and Peter Safran were brought in by Warner Bros. And appointed chairman and co-CEOs of DC Studios, formerly DC Films. A clear-cut sign that things with the DC Extended Universe are headed in a bold new direction. With films like Aquaman, Suicide Squad, and Guardians of the Galaxy under their belts, Gunn and Safran are no strangers to working in the action-packed superhero genre. The freshly named DC Studios didn't waste any time announcing a brand new slate of content, focused on the CEO pairing's Gods and Monsters theme. Fans were given their first sneak peek of what the new content might have in store for them, and in the announcement, Peter Safran said the first 10 stories audiences can expect from the unified DC universe will feature classic, beloved characters alongside a new generation of marquee heroes. Moving to this new film model is quite a step for DC, who since the 1980s relied on Batman as the focal point of the franchise. But for the moment, Batman will have to wait. Because on the list of the first 10 projects that the studio plans on releasing, Superman's right at the top. Hitting our screens in 2025 is Superman Legacy, which is said to be the centerpiece of the DCU's new phase. The film, written by Gunn, explores the balance between Superman's Kryptonian heritage and his upbringing as a human. The film will be foundational for the new creative vision that Gunn and Safran have for the universe. Gunn says, not only is Superman an iconic part of DC lore, he's also a favorite character for comic book readers, viewers of earlier movies, and fans around the world. Given how beloved Superman is, comic book fans certainly aren't short of opinions when it comes to the upcoming film and who they hope to see on the screen in the titular role when the film finally hits theaters. There's been plenty of buzz surrounding the production of the reboot, and it was recently announced that not only would Gunn be writing the new Superman film, but he'd also be stepping behind the camera to direct it. Having written and directed all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy films, as well as the standalone sequel to 2016 Suicide Squad, Gunn knows a thing or two about what it takes to tackle both roles. On Twitter, Gunn wrote, "It has been a long road to this point." He added that he was offered the opportunity to helm the Superman project years ago, but initially turned the project down because he didn't have a way in that felt unique, fun, and emotional that gave Superman the dignity he deserved. While a new Superman film is certainly exciting, not everyone's happy about the DCU heading in a different direction, including the man known for portraying the Kryptonian hero since he first reappeared on the big screen 10 years ago, Henry Cavill. After starring as Superman in 2013's Man of Steel, it was announced that Cavill wouldn't be reprising his role as Clark Kent, and this news took many, including Cavill himself, by surprise. In December of 2022, Cavill took to Instagram to tell fans that he'd learned of his fate in a meeting with Safran and Gunn. Ahead of this meeting, Cavill had all but confirmed his future as Superman only months before, and the Enola Holmes actor took to social media to discuss his cameo as Superman in DC's Black Adam starring Dwayne Johnson. Cavill wrote, "A very small taste of what's to come, my friends. The dawn of hope renewed. Thank you for your patience. It will be rewarded." According to Johnson, he'd been fighting for years to try and get Henry back in the Superman cape, and at the time, things seemed promising. So when Cavill took to Insta once again that same month, it was for much less exciting reasons. Fans were shocked to learn that Cavill wouldn't be suiting up in the red and blue anymore. Cavill wrote, "The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and happiest of fortunes." The announcement that the Superman universe would be moving on without Cavill had plenty of people asking, why? Well, according to Gunn, the new film will be focusing on an earlier part of Kal-El's life, which means that Henry Cavill, now 39, would no longer fit the part. But this explanation hasn't done much to hush the loud voices of Cavill fans around the world who still see him as Superman. And with so much speculation surrounding a changing of the guard, Gunn feels mounting pressure to share his thoughts on why the studio parted ways with the British actor. In a Q&A with Gizmodo, Gunn said, "It's important to say that Henry Cavill was not fired. Henry was just not hired to be Superman in Superman Legacy. There was never a deal there for another movie." So, it looks like fans have no choice but to make peace with the fact that Superman will be looking a little different come 2025. And as of March 2023, there haven't been any official casting announcements for the new film. But there's been no shortage of theories surrounding who deserves to step into the suit in Cavill's place. From Elvis's Austin Butler to Euphoria's Jacob Elordi, there's plenty of young talent with the skills to take over as a younger version of the Man of Steel. Since fans will have to wait 2 years for the first film from this new cinematic universe, they can at least find comfort in knowing how invested Gunn is in bringing this new phase of the franchise to life. On Twitter, he told his followers, "The long and the short of it is, I love this script and I'm incredibly excited as we begin this journey," ending with the hashtag #up, up, and away. It's hard work, but somebody's gotta do it, right? Between writing, directing, and finding a new leading man, Gunn certainly has his hands full when it comes to what lies ahead, and kicking things off with Superman's no easy task. And for the time being, it's Gunn's turn to wear the superhero cape. I don't know about you, but I can barely contain my excitement for Superman Legacy. I've been a Superman mega fan since I was learning how to add and subtract. So, from DC's extended universe heading into a bold new direction, to finding someone new to fill Henry Cavill's shoes as the Man of Steel, that's how the DCU's future depends on James Gunn.